So for the second pregnancy, what were your expectations going in as far as, or expectations and wants as far as your level of involvement? And did that have, I'm curious, since you mentioned earlier that you'd always wanted to have kids, I'm wondering if that translates into like you wanted to be, involved in a certain way in the pregnancy and birth.
Yeah. I mean, I've always wanted to be the best father I can be. My dad was such a huge part of my life, and I always looked up to him as just being, such a great father. And so, of course, I went to every appointment. I took off work. I made sure that I went to every ultrasound. So with Harrison, I went to everything. But with Jude, who was just born in November, it was devastating. I couldn't go to any appointment because of COVID.
Oh man. Yeah.
It was almost like it wasn't real because Dana was getting bigger with a baby, but at the same time, I hadn't really gotten to see Jude on the screen, in the doctor's office, being a part of asking the questions that we might have. But so that was difficult.
Yeah. So tell me about choosing providers for your boys.
Yeah. With Harrison, we did a full hospital sort of situation because I actually worked for Hartford Hospital. I'm a clinical social worker, so I worked for a branch of Hartford Hospital, and we thought, well, I work right there. If something were to happen and, we got to go there, I'm kind of next door. I could show up. And my sister-in-law, she had her kids there. My brother, their kids were born at Hartford Hospital. So we didn't really know much. So we just did a typical hospital birth and decided that would be the best. But with Jude, Dana had some different feelings about what she wanted her second birth to look like. So because of that, we decided to do more of a midwife sort of situation. There was a family birthing center in Manchester, Connecticut, and we're pretty close, actually. We live very close to that hospital and birthing center. So we decided that that would be the best situation for us, especially because Dana wanted to have a more, I guess, family-centered birth. And we hired a doula because we just wanted to have things look differently, feel differently than it did with Harrison.
Yeah.